Hello, everybody. Hope you are doing great and safe. Today, I'm here to clarify and explain the birth chart that you will pull it up after you enter your date of birth, time of birth, accurate time, and the place of birth. After you enter all this information, you can get your birth chart. Birth chart has 12 astrological houses. How we are dealing with these 12 astrological houses and what each house represent, that's what I'm gonna explain it today for you. I want to mention two very important point that every person has sun rise sun sign and moon sign, Venus sign, and most important thing, rising sign. So this rising sign will represent your first house in your birth chart. First house is your rising signs or AC point, ascendant. So what is the meaning of first house? First house would, for example, if your rising sign is Aries, that's mean your first house is Aries, second house is Taurus, third house Gemini, fourth house Cancer, and you are follow your houses in that wheel chart, and you will end with Pisces, your 12th house. If your rising sign is Taurus, that's mean Taurus is your first house, then Gemini your second house, then Cancer your third house, and etc. If you are, for example, Cancer rising signs, that's mean your rising sign, the first sign, it will be Cancer, first house for you will be Cancer, second house will be Leo, third house will be Virgo, and etc. So what is first house represent? First house represents your personal brand, your physical appearance, the image you portray, and the first impression you make on others. So also represent your defense mechanisms and relationship with new environment. So this is giving you your ego, your charisma, people from outside, how you are looking to you or how they can see you. First house represents, to be honest, the mask that you are wearing or the clothes that you are wearing toward outside, how people see you. What does that mean? That's mean how you are dealing, because when you are dealing with your friends is different than you are dealing with your parents, is different than the dealing with your kids, the different that you are dealing with your partner. So it's each mask, the mask that you are wearing toward your environment. What is second house? Second house is your value. So first house, what I am, who I am, that's the appearance to the environment or to people that they are looking to you. Second house, what I have, what your income, what the money that you are getting from your work, what the your relationship to the gifts you possess, your physical and spiritual poses, for example, and your finances, your personal belongings, all these, whatever you have money, car, house, any property, any finances represented with second house. Third house, the key phrase here is I think. That means third house represents your communication style, how you are dealing, how you are communication with any feelings that you feel. For example, you are communicate with this field by writing or by reading, by speaking. So the whether that you are communicate, the style of your communication, how you are translate these fields to other, your feelings to other by writing or speaking or reading. Here, the third house shows if there's any good planets here. Planets here will show if you can be good writer, good speaker, or a good leader. And this also third house represents your early education and your immediate environment, how you are like act or communicate your feelings and transfer it to others. Fourth house, your inner foundation. Inner foundation, your roots, your family, your house, your childhood, your sense of security, emotional foundation. All these represents fourth house represent all these stuff. The key phrase here, I feel, regard my parents, regard my family, regard my kids, regard my home, regard my country, all these feelings and sensitiveness. Okay, fifth house, your inner child. Fifth house is your playfulness, your joy, your creativity, your pleasure, and romance. This shows your self-expression in all forms of play. The planet in that your fifth house will shows that how you or shows your how much you satisfy regard like your childhood satisfying, or what bring you a joy, or whatever you want to create in future. All these stuff will ruled by Leo, fifth house. So the key phrase here, I will create this thing in future. I will have new business. I will have new job. I can create, or I can joy. So all this with your fifth house. Sixth house represents your health and routine, daily routine, how you are dealing with your friends, in your job, in your how you are dealing with your family. This is your daily routine, how you are dealing with your people like higher than you, like in job, higher than you in your in position. So all these represented sixth house is represent all these field. Also your health, how you are dealing with your health, or is any weather or any situation can affect your health between this time and period, because this will be represented by any plant will be in your sixth house. Also it represents your pets, if you have any pet, maybe at that time period, if any movement happened in your sixth house. This is, we will talk about it in future, many in another video, about if any planet enter in that period time, maybe you will get pet, or you have to pay attention or be careful with your pet. That's represent your sixth house. So this sixth house represents your organization, how you are feeling regards others, how the feeling that you have to serve others, the inner feeling that you have to deal with your partners or your daily routine. Seventh house is represent your partnerships house. Seventh house represents how you are dealing with your partners, how you are communicate with your partners. This partners should be your husband, should be your wife, should be your business partner or work partner or friends. This is the phrase I balance, how I'm organizing, how I'm dealing, how much I'm dealing in diplomacy way, diplomatically, and my attitude toward these unions, partnership, soulmate, domestic or business partnerships. Um, Also, it shows your open enemy. This house, seven house, your open enemy. What's open enemy mean? Open enemy, that you know that that person is your enemy, and you have a court problem, or you have any contract problem, or you have any problems, or there is problems, court problems, and lawyers. So this is the house, seventh house is represent your partnership house. Eighth house is represent your transformations. The eighth house is commonly referred to as the house of death. Death in both the literal and figurative sense. What does that mean? For instance, like the house that revolve around rebirth. What does that mean? Crisis, changes in your life, addiction, transformation. Sometimes you change your mind, sometimes you change your idea, sometimes you change your view, sometimes you finish any relationship, sometimes you are starting your life with new ideas, with new views. All these transformations that will affect you, represented here with transformations. And the key phrase here, I desire. Ninth house, it's represent your higher learning, as I mentioned before. Third house is represent your educational or early education. Ninth house, sorry, represent your higher education or higher learning. That's mean if you will continue your university, if you will continue your higher education, if you will continue your master degree, doctoral degree, all these stuff, also including your spiritual understanding, expansion of your belief system and personal philosophy. This house is governed by Jupiter, and also this house represents or revolves around long distance travels, foreign language, cultures, publishing, and commerce. So the key phrase here, I see, how I am seeing the world, or how I'm seeing my environment, or how I'm changing myself, or how I'm moving from place to place, or how I want to renew or build a new environment or move to a new environment during this period time. 10th house, legacy and reputation. So 10th house is your career house. The career house that you reached, any planet will be in movement or will enter your 10th house, will shows your achievement, your goal. If you reach your career, if you reach your goal to build a new career, your fame, your material success, and your desire for achievement in general, all these represented by 10th houses. So 10th houses is your relationship to success, to achievement. So 10th house is very important when you are building your career, and the planet that you can find it in your birth chart, 10th house is very important. It could tell you a lot of secrets about your career and the period time that you will achieve these goals or these achievements in your career. So the key phrase here I use. 12th house is your networks and visions. 12th house is represents your friends, your family, all these people that support you when you try to achieve any success. 11th house govern your personal goals and the areas of your life that fall under the umbrella of your wishes, your hopes, your true inner purpose, and your sense of community. So this is governed by Aquarius, and the key phrase here, I know. Last house is 12th house. This house will be your secrets house, the part of you that are hidden, the part your subconscious, your actual dreams and nightmares, what you are afraid of, and how you will deal with yourself to release or to heal yourself. Your self-undoing, and it governs your karma, and also it's represent your hidden enemy. 12th house, it's hidden enemy's house. What is the meaning of hidden enemy? Hidden enemy, that the enemy that you don't know, because it's 12th house, it's right behind you, you can't see them, you can't control this house. This house, I don't like this house, to be honest, because it's the house that will shows you are alone, or could represented by hospitals or jail, or like your friends that they shows they are very friend of you, and suddenly they stab you, or you heard bad words or bad situations from these enemies. So that's why we are saying this enemy, this house, 12th house, is a hidden enemy's house, governed by Neptune. Neptune determine hidden strengths and weakness. So the phrase here, I believe. So that's why when any planet, especially Sun, Venus, or Saturn, or any of these planets is entered in your 12th house, I advise, or any astrology advise the person to stay calm and stay quiet and far from any conflicts or any problems, and stay with himself or herself to release and heal all these hidden subconscious feelings. I try to explain just these houses, and if you have any question, if you have anything, please leave it down in comments, and I will try my best to help you guys. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your day. Thank you so much.